Closing the game will not save your progress. Alright then, I shall try to do it in one sitting. Or one standing, I suppose, depending on whether you have one of those desks. Offender. Yes, indeed. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Offender, which is also a colloquial name of my own for when I start doing impressions of people. Where's the mouse? I don't seem to have a mouse. Oh, I do have a mouse, just a stealth mouse. I do sincerely apologise for being stupid. Right then, everything seems perfectly straightforward apart from pressing F for light source, which is interestingly vague. 2021, yes, I suppose. Let's go back to then. Let's go back to 2021, what was going on in 2021. Not a lot of good things, if I'm completely honest. The world was still a bit of a mess. April 12th, 2021. I didn't get an opportunity to read the paper, but never mind. Lacey? Lacey what? Lacey pajamas? It's a bit blowy today, isn't it? Oh good. Well, talk about being thrown in at the deep end. Right, so yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, did a little game called Offender, which was described to me as press E on what? What do you want me to press E on? I don't know. What the sun is this? It looks like an arcade machine with a lot of tickets coming out of it. The door won't budge. Ram the door. Oh, alright then, I'll just thrust myself into it, I suppose. Ow. I am certain that hurts. Like this frame rate. Oh, good afternoon. Please don't leave. I mean, it's gonna get a little bit toasty in here if I do. I doubt I'm gonna be able to get through this door, but I'll have a go. So yes, I don't really know very much about this game other than it has a VHS filter and it has 3 levels. Other than that, I don't know. But nice to play a good scary horror game again. Objective: find a way out. Well, I'll try. I've certainly got an incentive. Sometimes video games lack incentives, but I think getting burned to bits is a rather effective one. Where is this light source coming from? July 18th, 2003. I'd like to thank you for helping me get everything ready for the next day. As a way to show my appreciation, I left a little present in your room. Yes, called a Blazing Inferno. Just so you know, you need to buy a bouquet of various coloured roses for the man that's going to tour the mansion. He's tall and always wears a fedora. When you see him, please tell me that Ava won't be here for the ceremony, says Larissa. Alright, where's B? It's down there, sorry. B is not a commonly used control in video games, you'll have to forgive me. Okay, so I can rattle the door to the auditorium, but beyond that, I can do absolutely nothing. Right, so why exactly am I buying flowers for this interestingly hatted individual? Oh, goodness. I think there's a hung body over there, and not in the good sense of the term. Right then, so this seems to be set in modern times, but the story seems to be set in the past. A bit of a clock face printed on the side of there, which is a little weird, given that I think this is meant to be a grandfather clock, but never mind. Who among us doesn't have a slightly weird grandfather? Can I collect the roses, perhaps? No, but the VHS filter can get a bit more fuzzy. Okay, I know I was talking about interesting types of desks before, but there's sitting desks and there's standing desks, but there's not sitting on a pew desk. That is just weird. Alright, what does this say? Missing! Lacey Stewart's last seen February 12th, 2021, age of 21, blah 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 blah. Please call any law enforcement agency with information. That's bizarrely vague. Wait, is that me? It could be absolutely anybody. They seem to have been assaulted with some biro. But never mind. Oh dear, I do sincerely apologise. That was the most horrific sneeze. Where does this go? This goes into the utility closet. May I enter the utility closet and obtain some utility? Yes, this is very pleasing to me. Right there, sorry, a little joke for the economist in the audience. There is a big crowbar here, which I initially mistook for a magician's wand, but never mind. And flashlights. Excellent. Does this have any kind of a battery, or no, I don't know. The environment isn't... I was going to say the environment isn't really dark enough to merit the use of it. No, it does. Can I use the, what even is it? It just seems to be barricaded up. But, I don't seem to be able to use the crowbar on it, so presumably we need to go back. Ah, hello, sir. How are you today? Are you that, hatted individual that I was warned about previously? Unfortunately, I have no roses for you. Perhaps we can get through here? Yes. It's a very noisy crowbar, but never mind. At least it does all the work for me, meaning I don't have to exert myself with physical labour. Alright, we can go into the cellar next, but there doesn't seem to be anything in here, apart from this large, mysterious stain. Somebody seems to have spilt some blackcurrant jam. Right then, never mind any of that. Let's carry on and see what else we can find, because I am intrigued. This game seems to be setting up a few different bits and bobs, but it's not being terribly forthcoming with its explanation. Explore the area. Alright, I shall try to do that. What does that say? Don't take the rose. But I thought I needed the rose in order to appease the man of hats. No? Perhaps he's... What under the sun? Offender, he is writing. Yes, I can probably work that much out on my own. Did you find it? Sewers exit, don't take it. Right, so you want me to leave the roses well enough alone? Alright, well, I can take a hint. I'll leave the roses alone. What I don't understand is why. It seems that this gentleman would like me to give him some roses. Perhaps someone's already given him the roses and he doesn't want anyone to take them away since he's already claimed them as his own. Oh, these are television screens. I thought this was a wall of safes. Wall of saves? What is the plural of safe, as in a large metal box in which you keep things? Namesake. I do not know. What does this say? Sewers are the exit. Yes, that much I've worked out on my own. Precisely what this is a drawing of, other than somebody's pecs, I think. I am not entirely sure. But, there are these scratch marks going. These scratch marks are going to the bed. It looks as if... Oh, they're not scratch marks, they're arrows. Sorry, I thought somebody was being dragged along the floor towards the bedroom. Which is a little bit of a dark concept, but given the fact that I was looking for a horror game to play this afternoon, I'm not entirely sure what else I expected. Here are some stocks with which somebody can put the offender in to stop them from being mischievous. What else do we have here? We have some other tools, most of them rather small, which is a shame, for I was rather hoping there would be a large hammer, and then we could knock the hat straight into the skull of the gentleman who is presumably going to kill us. Yes, I know you want me to go to the sewers, but I also want to have another little look around in order to see if I have missed anything. Oh goodness, it is Dr. Octopus who is wearing a hat! At least we figured out who it is that's going to kill us, if nothing else. It's probably really, really stupid and dangerous to come over here, but doing really stupid and dangerous things is kind of the only thing I've got going for me. What does it say? Please stop. Always something I can't read what most of that says. Let us go. Don't ha-ha! Yes, don't laugh at my jokes. You'll only encourage me to make more of them. Ellen has been taken care of. Lacey was put back in her room. The rest remain locked in their rooms. The entire mansion is a fire hazard. I can attest to this fact. I don't really care. If a fire starts, I'll leave everyone locked inside. I'll make sure nobody escapes. Oh, well, aren't you just the cheeriest and loveliest of landlords, with your head-crushing device that we've got over here? Absolutely lovely. Oh, my kitty. This man does not seem to be a very pleasant sort. I don't know where he got all of his arms from, but he is most certainly quite harmful. Alright, was there a sign on the thing here? No, there was just a panel that I made a mistake about, and I'm dreadfully sorry about that. Oh, good, and some chains near the bedroom, just in case you fancy a little bit of BDSM one evening. Excellent. I'm always glad to see this, and a heat room in case you want to tan yourself just before your BDSM evening. Can I put a code in, perhaps? I don't seem to be able to do that, at least not yet. Perhaps I must find the code first. Perhaps I must find all of the bruises that are on my nose from having bashed myself in the face. This is a strange door. Talk about fire hazards. A lot of buildings have those sort of automatic door closers on them in order to act against a fire hazard, but perhaps that would counteract some of the fire hazardiness. Need to get it out. Need to get what out? Need to get something out of here, or need to get something out of yourself and into there? I don't know, and I dread to think. I'm writing this before I get the hell out of here in case someone stumbles upon my note. The wall just exploded! I have no idea how. Yeah, they don't normally do that in my experience. Now it is my chance. If anyone is reading this, I probably escaped. I didn't escape! Oh, well, never mind. Remind me never to trust this writer ever again. The exit is closed off, and there is an electronic gate that appears to be keeping something in. An exit? I saw 3 doors. One of them must lead somewhere. I've been searching for what feels like hours. I found a keycard near the key hangers that appears to have the code needed to get out of the door. I'm right, it was the code. And it looks very, very long. Half of the code has been ripped off. I need to go and retrieve the card. Alright, if you insist. I'm a little confused about this prison cell here because there's no way to access it. Because it's obviously a cell for 2 people with 2 beds and 2 desks and 2 bogs, but I perhaps should not be standing around here. You might forgive me if I run the hell away, or possibly just die. Hello, sir. How are you today? What just happened? I was about to ask the very self-same question. Right, here are some of those computers from Fallout, and... oh. We don't need to... Thank you. Nice sound effect, but also dreadfully loud. Yes, look, these are literally those computers from Fallout. What, So that was supposed to happen then. I was supposed to get caught. I thought that I died and I'm going to have to do this again, but apparently I'm wrong. Okay, here is the access to the sewers, and then the loading screens get very quiet, and I have to speak in a most hushed tone. But never mind. There does seem to be a kind of an old feel to this, not just the hat that my nemesis is wearing, but also the typewriters and the architecture seems much older than the modern day, which is seemingly when the game is being set. I hope I'll find something down here. So do I. It would be a dreadfully boring sewer if all we found was poo. Right then, should we see what we have through here? Nothing, for it is locked. Nothing, for it is locked. For you would not want your droppings to escape the sewer. I mean, generally you wouldn't, because you kind of put them in the sewer because that's where you want them to be. But that's not really the point. The point is that I mistook that shadow for a figure, but never mind. It's me jumping to conclusions. In fairness, the VHS filter is not great for visual acuity, given that my visual acuity is already rather abominable. But never mind, where does this go? This is another utility closet, in which we cannot go. Alright, this seems very bright. The ladder has to lead to an exit. Oh, that ladder! But how am I going to get to the other side? I mean, you could crawl through that. Unless you are horizontally gifted, I imagine that you could probably squeeze your patoot through, but perhaps that would be a little bit too easy. Goodness knows that indie horror game protagonists do like to take the hard way to do these things. There is a bucket over here. No, it is a box. I stand entirely corrected. It is an empty box. How thrilling. Right then, that was not exactly brilliantly successful, but never mind. If we go this way, what's this? The safe room. Nothing can harm you. Oh, I see. Interesting. Again, a mirror where I don't have a reflection. Cue some stock joke about vampires. Alright then, so this is this is where I should run if I'm being chased, right? I can have a little snack, eat a Scotch egg, relieve myself, wash and brush my teeth, and then contract some diseases via sleeping on this thing. Alright then, fair enough. There's another note here. A VHS tape. Alright then. Now watch this. I have to turn the camera off before watching the tape. How do I do that? I have no idea how to do the things. How do I turn my thing off. I have no idea, I'm pressing many buttons and not a great deal is happening. No, I have no idea how to turn the camera off. I presume that that's something else that I need to... Oh, I'm not allowed to leave. Oh, I must turn the camera off. I just have nailed how to do that. The chairman? He's searching for us. Something Evertone. Right. That's nice. How the hell do I turn the bloody camera off? Oh, I put it down. Well, that's simpler than I imagined. Right, sorry about that. Minor interruption. Let us attempt to watch this tape. And hopefully not get a copyright strike. Data. Oh goodness, I get to be the person in the tape. Excellent. I like games like this. I really do. It's an interesting mechanic, and it's one I always appreciate getting the opportunity to mess around with. Now, what under the sun was that I saw poking around the corner? Looked like a gangly bit of undercooked pasta. I'm not in the mood for any undercooked pasta, thank you very much. I've already had my lunch. Right, I get the distinct impression that I wasn't supposed to come this way, and I was in fact meant to go the way that I was facing. Paused. Oh. Why? Have I been bad and gone the wrong way? No, I've just stopped watching because apparently it was too boring. Well, at least you, the audience, can appreciate that sentiment. Perhaps we've run out of tape. Break the window with the crowbar. That's oddly specific. I haven't seen a window, I haven't seen a crowbar, and I haven't seen anything to motivate me to perform acts of vandalism. But, alright. If you insist. What is through here? Oh, I've already got the crowbar from earlier, because I'm a competent horror game protagonist who decided to take that with me. It's self-growing glass. It came back in order to replenish itself after I broke it. Alright, what does this say? Freedom awaits. Quickly, you better get out of the way and let the Americans through. Alright then, what does this say? Danger, far behind, sickness. You already have sickness. I mean, probably I've contracted something without realising it. I have been going out a little bit recently. And, that does usually tend to lead to throat infections and the such like. Alright, there's a narrow little pathway here that doesn't really seem to lead anywhere. Now, I realise that was a complete waste of time. Can I squeeze through here? Yes, I can, and merely find a naughty stool and some chains. Dare I allure to the mischief that I was alluring to previously. What does this say? Be good. Take it. Alright, I thought generally, take crows, gain freedom. Oh my giddy aunt, that's literally the exact thing you told me not to do. Oh, there's a door here, I didn't see it. I was slightly busy looking at the big builder. Forgive me. Oh. Well, the door's locked, isn't it? So that ain't gonna help me. Alright, so on the one hand I don't want to take the rose because it said earlier that I shouldn't take the rose. Well, the red light has come from, or my flashlight has suddenly died. Oh, here's the rose. Dare you, and double dare you. I'm not sure I have any choice about this, but alright. Well, precisely, my friend. I took the words right off your screen. And everything's fine. Turns out that all of those... Oh, goodness, I seem to have gotten stuck on something. Right, I thought, I have been crushed by a bookcase. Not exactly what I expected to do on my Friday afternoon, but hey-ho, have I died properly this time, or have I died scriptedly? Oh no, I died properly. Ah, dear. Continue? Yes, please. Where is it going to put me back to, precisely? Hopefully not to the very beginning of the game. That would make me quite sad. Alright, that was a bit mysterious. Oh, back here again. Fine, give me my plastic camera. Alright, at least we should be able to rush through this relatively quickly. Before we do that, however, I do want to have a quick look off to the left here, because we didn't actually explore in this direction, and I do want to see if there's anything of interest over here, or whether this will just lead us to a dead end. Where's this going to bring us out? I have absolutely no idea. There's a dead end there, and some little Amazon boxes here, with which we could steal off someone's porch or something. And then there's another dead end here. Alright, so this is a bit of a waste of time. But if we go back, I think there was another pathway off to the left here that I might try and see if this leads us anywhere. No, it does not. Right then. Excellent. I have managed to waste everybody's time. Again. Anyone would think I have a lot of experience in doing this 4 times a week. Thank you. Sorry, the fact that the crowbar has a funny white patch on the top and the bottom of it makes me continually look at it and think it's some sort of magician's wand, but it really isn't. Alright, let me try this again and see if I can be a little bit faster at jumping over all of the furniture, going through the IKEA obstacle course. Yes, please. Yes, I know. Goodness, that is loud. Jump, man, for goodness sake. The controls on this are not the sharpest things in the shed, so you will forgive me for being a bit rubbish at this. Oh gosh, oh goodness. This is not in the slightest what I expected to find, but hey ho, here we are. I go through here, maybe, probably not, probably through here instead. Oh goodness, I don't even know where I am. I have no idea what I'm looking at or where I'm going. I think I'm going here. Alright then. Oh good! Out of the frying pan and into the fire, so to speak. I seem to have gotten stuck to the ceiling. Oh, alright, I'll go a little bit slower if you would like. I'm either going crazy, or I'm having a nightmare. Maybe you're having a nightmare as a crazy person. That seems reasonable. Right then, up the ladder we go, into a nice quiet loading screen. Goodness, this game is quite intense, isn't it? I like it. And I like all the visual effects that keep the enemy's character model rather well hidden. I think that works quite nicely. Are we still on the first level, or have I presume that we are, because the date on the camera keeps saying 21. Find a way out of the forest. Alright, I'll do my best. I don't know what this bit of floating fence is doing, but never mind. Let's turn the light back on. Yes, I presume due to the date down there still being the same the whole way through, that we are only on the first level, which is quite impressive, because I would have expected a little game like this to have concluded by now. So there's a bit more content than I was expecting, but I'm never upset about that. What does this say? It says never mind what it says. It is not important. It is most dreadfully pedestrian and uninteresting. Let us have a look at this other hatted man who seems to be patting the head of some small children, which is a bit creepy, if I'm honest. But never mind. What do we have here? This is a map of a state, possibly. Looks like it says Boxbury, so maybe a county instead of a state. I can't recite all 50 states, and I'm pretty sure there isn't one called Boxbury. Remember Kenneth? He's been missing for over 5 years. That is, until his mutilated corpse was found just a day ago. There's not really any emotion being conveyed by this text, but somehow it seems oddly jovial, but never mind. The chairman didn't seem to care at all. My condolences go to his family. Oh, I see. So that thing I read on the wall that said chairman, I wasn't misreading that. That was in fact correct. I could instead just have my hand on the wrong part of the keyboard. Local news. Citizens flee Roxbury. Oh, Roxbury, not Boxby. I do sincerely apologise. It is still out there. What, the town? Well, yes, I don't imagine that the town just sprouted legs and scampered off. After the discovery of 19-year-old Sean Templeton's body and multiple other disappearances in the area, residents fled the town, heading straight to New York City. the town mayor issued a curfew for the remaining residents that are unable to leave. Goodness. But that at least gives us a rough location, if nothing else, presumably within scampering distance of the Big Apple. Alright, that sign says the wrong way, but when was the last time that I obeyed one of those signs? The answer to that is never, because I've actually never seen one in real life. You only see them in video games. Seems to be some sort of little ranger station or something up here. May I go up to the ranger station? May I? It would seem the answer to that question is no. I'm not able to jump up. I see. I didn't realise that a qualification for being a ranger was having springy legs. I realise now that I've made a dreadful mistake. Oh, I see, and this is presumably a sign to the mansion that we have just catapulted our arse out of at incredibly high velocity. That seems fair enough. And a spooky shack. I think we can go in the spooky shack. Not that it looks like there'll be a lot of reason to go inside the spooky shack, because it seems to be completely dilapidated. But never mind. I do appreciate that the game is giving us a little moment of calm after the intensity of the last section, but it is making me feel a little bit nervous. At least I don't need to worry about the statue coming to life, because it seems to be of a person who isn't wearing a hat, and that makes me very glad indeed. In fact, looking at the curvature, it doesn't even seem to be a bloke. But never mind, let's look at the moon instead and pretend that we were doing an astrological survey instead of looking at this poor individual's curvature. Let us leave. In fairness, they did erect which was the wrong word to choose, but never mind, a lot of benches in order to allow people to observe. So I seem to have gotten stuck on the wrong side of the hedge. Sorry about that. Let me see if I can go to the left this time, and let's see where this leads. Can you hear some breaking glass in the distance? That's not encouraging. Is that the house burning down? You'd really think there'd be some light or a plume of smoke or something, but no such thing is assaulting my senses. Alright. Do not enter. Stop. Well, I'm sorry, but there's a burning building and a murderous man in a hat behind me, so you'll forgive me if where under the sun did all of this come from. Oh, good. More great big roses. I see the poison ivy lives around here. Do you mind not doing that? It's a bit of a cheap jump scare. Alright, let's let's try and get the hell away from here, if that isn't too much to ask. It seems to be like a construction site or something, with loads of big bits of machinery and things. Or perhaps it was a construction site, or perhaps it will be a construction site, given they don't seem to have started yet. Alright, is there anything in this container? This seems to look important. What is this? Notice, all workers are advised to leave the premises as soon as possible. Fort Hill was deemed too dangerous to live in due to all of the mass disappearances and murders in the area. If escort helicopter cannot be contacted via SMS, flare guns are available inside the crane operator room. Management. Alright, when was the last time you texted an aircraft? Last time I saw an aircraft in a television program, it was a little bit too loud in order to hear the ding of your phone going off. But never mind. Let's take this little starting pistol with us and see if we can use it. Climb up the tower crane. Oh, this seems stupidly dangerous. I presume you don't. Oh, there is a little ladder here. That's good. I thought I was going to climb up the scaffolding, for want of better terminology. I don't know what you call that. But, alright. We'll climb all the way to the top and fire off our flare gun and hopefully get rescued. That would be nice. I like being rescued. Oh, here we are. Alright, I'm not seeing a helicopter. I think that's probably like a radio mast or something. I thought it was another big statue, but apparently I'm wrong. This seems like a vastly stupid place to stand, but alright, we'll do it anyway. Let's fire it off into the sky! Yep. And I'm gonna get pushed off the edge, aren't I? Nowhere but down. You could fire the flare in his face. Or alternatively, you could jump into the concrete. That works as well, I suppose. This is highly weird, but all right. It would be nice if I had a little voice acting rather than bringing up the dialogue. A nice scary voice would do it some good. But, I appreciate that is a little tricky. Oh goodness, the camera's broken, which begs the question why I'm still bothering to use this thing. I don't have them anymore. Oh, the flashlight and crowbar. How am I still alive? An excellent question, my friend. If the camera couldn't survive, I highly doubt your skull could. So many unanswered questions, but I think I'm back in Roxbury. Can I please put this infernal thing down? I must get to a police station. What makes you think I haven't run away? Alright, through this door. I recognize this place. This is the restaurant I work at. What absolute luck. Alright. Leave the restaurant through the front entrance. And ideally leave... camera makes it hard to see in the dark. Oh, you absolute brain box. My ears and eye, thank you. My giddy eye. I must admit the place did look sort of scarier with the VHS filter in. It did add something, but for the sake of my ears and for the sake of Valentine's Day, it seems. Oh, giddy aunt. If this thing left a modern camera, I would have been happier. I'm not eating those chocolates. No way. Oh, what does that say? You need these. Is there a flashlight as well? I don't see one. No, alright. Well, thank you, dearest darling. It isn't February. But by the time this video goes out, it might be February. I don't know. The schedule's so whacked at the moment. It might be anything. Why under the sun is this bathroom so long? Is this for extremely well-endowed people to stand here so that they don't have to coil it up before they go? I don't know, but given the fact that it's pink, I would imagine that this is not a stereotype here. Probably a woman's bathroom. All right then, let's get the hell out of here before we get me in any more trouble. See if we can find a flashlight to replace my old one. I'm glad, however, that we've got the VHS filter back. What's this? A candlestick. I can light this candle. Oh, that's why you said light source, because I'm going to have different sources of light rather than just one. That makes sense. Perhaps I should light it on one of these candles. There we go. That's nice, isn't it? Oh goodness, some children of atom worshippers have been here. Oh gosh. Alright, what does this say? Please don't be in Latin. I know that you are afraid and that you feel like you have no control over what is happening to you, but I have complete control and I'm not going away anytime soon. I'm coming back with dozens of your favourite roses. I thought you were the one who was into roses, kid, not me. And there's nothing you can do. I'm going to take what I want from you when I want it, and you won't be able to do anything about it. Am I the only rotten seeing a severely, a severely forceful Valentine's evening going on here? Some of the phrasing seems to be leading me to conclude that somebody is after a little hanky-panky, and somebody else is not in the mood for none of that mischief. Of course the front entrance is locked. Why wouldn't it be locked? It wouldn't be locked if we weren't in an indie horror game, but never mind. What do we have over here? Another piece of paper. A piece of paper that makes you go blind. Oh, I was looking onto the computer. I thought I was reading the paper. Thought it was an Elder Scroll and I'd been made blind by reading it, but what can we find on the computer? Pineapple OS. Yes, very funny. Am I supposed to be doing something? Oh, goodness. This is a very messy desktop. Do I have a mouse or anything? Favorite color? Red, blue, or other? Probably orange or purple. If I had to guess. Thank you for answering. You're welcome. All right. Bizarre that my computer would just ask me for a survey. All right. What do you want me to do? Unlock front entrance. Back entrance already unlocked. Unlock window A, B, C, or unlock emergency exit. How about we unlock everything? How about we go for emergency exit and window and the other window And the first window, and the front entrance. Oh, that was the only one that worked. Oh, alright then, that seemed a little obvious, but alright. Now we can leave. Well, that was easier than I imagined it would be. Goodness, sorry, when I initially saw that, I thought there was a load of debris smashing through this window here, but it seems that I am wrong. Never mind. Can we see anything else around here, or yes, there's another room here. I don't know where this leads. This leads back to where I started. Oh, alright then, fair enough. That's... No, it doesn't, because this is the door that I came through, and yet now it is an office. I am highly confused, but never mind, it doesn't matter. Am I the only person that thinks you shouldn't be sitting that close to a screen that big? But never mind. What does my opinion matter? The answer to that is nout. Alright, we need to have a nice little relaxing room in here where you can set fire to a few things. Excellent, let me put this pen down. I'm not entirely sure why I've got that in my hand. Would you let me through the door, please? Would you let me through the door, please? You see the problem? There we go. The problem. The problem is you have to stand right in front of the door in order to get it to activate, but then because you're standing in front of the door, not only do you get a bruised nose, you also get booted out of the way, which is really rather annoying. But never mind, let me clamber over this table again, and we can get out the front door. This isn't the front door? Oh, alright, perhaps that's a window or something? I'm a little confused, but never mind. At least we're back at the bar so that we can have a drink and forget all about my dreadful incapabilities of playing this game. Where's the door? I haven't broken this, have I? I haven't done something mischievous and screwed this up, have I? I don't see a door. I don't see a door anywhere. I really am rather confused. Can I go behind the bar? No, alright then. Thought there might be a hammer behind the bar, and I could clock myself on the brain with it, and that might improve my situation, but seemingly not. Alright, presumably I've missed something, and it wants me to do something else, or go into a different place, or do a different thing. I don't know, you'd really think I'd just cannonball out a window by this point. But never mind. Let me wander around a little more and see if there's anything else that I have missed. Can't go through. Oh no, I can go through. Oh yes, I remember. This was the door that we got stuck in before, and by door I mean room. Can I go back out the way I came? Is that why it brought me back here? No, I can just notice the fact that I don't have a shadow, but my candle does, even though the candle is the thing which is emanating the light, which means it shouldn't cast a shadow on itself, and the fact that it looks more like a plunger than a candle. But other than that, everything is absolutely spiffing. Now, where under the sun am I meant to go? Not back into the bathroom, surely. Oh, giddy aunt. I thought there was a piece of paper on the floor. There was not. That's what that blue light was, but I stand corrected. I'm not supposed to go through here, am I? I don't think so. I don't seem to be able to climb over. Alright. Where am I going? What am I doing? What have I done wrong? Other than everything. Oh, there's a piece of paper here. Dear Lacey, I will not hesitate to take your life if you do not comply with my demands. I have had enough of your defiance. You have no idea what I am capable of, and I am not afraid to show you. So why are you writing it down instead of giving us a demonstration? But never mind. Someone needs to go back to villain school. I suggest you take this as a final warning and obey me, or else you will suffer a fate worse than death. I received this note days before I was taken. Oh, it was on the wall there. I just didn't see it, because you can't turn this light off. Avoid being seen. Well, again, yeah, I should probably turn the lights off, but never mind. I see, so I was supposed to come here, read the note, and then go back to the front door. I see. Well, I'm sorry about being stupid. The main problem I have at the moment is I'm not able to turn my lights off, which means I'm not able to induce stealthiness. Furthermore, I've got no idea where the enemy is. And, I'm really bloody confused. Never mind. You're wasted to the city. I did avoid being seen because I didn't look at anything. Alright, the sun has now risen and it is now the 13th of April. Excellent. Well, it seems like the game is trying to give me some guidance somewhere to go, and after wandering around that restaurant for about 10 minutes trying to figure out what I was doing wrong, I have decided to take it. Oh, I wanted to take a detour and play some video games, but never mind. I suppose I'm already doing that, aren't I? Alright then. What have we here? Oh, a little roundabout. Sorry, I thought it was a giant sewer entrance for some bizarre reason. I don't know why that came to mind. But, alright. Let us continue exploring and see what else we can find. This looks rather fancy-pantsy. I don't reckon this is where I'm meant to be. I just spy some sort of alien dinosaur creature in the, in a hat. Right then. A lot of hats going on around here, but not, well, I was going to say not an awful lot of murder. No, I have murdered once or twice, haven't I? I have to get inside the store. What store? Oh, this store. Alright then. I do really feel like I'm being led somewhere. If that doesn't seem obvious and a stupid thing to say with all these arrows on the ground. I feel as if the enemy is sort of leading me around and trying to tease me. Oh, right, where are we? Why am I here? You're here because you were supposed to go to the police station. Yeah, why did you go into the store? I don't know, mate. You're the one that told me to go into the store. Something made me enter this place. I feel like I'm losing my mind after I took the rose. I felt awful. The front entrance won't open anymore. And I'm trapped. Oh goodness, I didn't even do that. That thing, the chairman, it brought me here for a reason. Probably to murder you, if I had to guess. I wonder if I can find something around here. Oh no, not more of the restaurant, please. Objective, be careful. Oh, alright, thank you, mother. Oh no, I don't think we are back in the restaurant. I think we are in the store. Alright then. Kitty, this reminds me of like the Super Duper Mart from Fallout. Alright. It seems like this game uses light in order to tell you what things are important, so let's have a look at this. Yes, indeed. It is a thing. Boston? You can't run from Boston to New York. I'm sorry, but Massachusetts and New York State are a long walk away from one another. So you will forgive me if I find it a little unbelievable that that anybody could run that distance. Particularly people that were just sitting down having a nice fishing trip before they discovered the mutilated corpse of Sharon Thompson or whatever it was. Whomever it was, I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, perhaps we can go through here. I can get smacked by the door closing. Excellent. I would like to emphasize that I seem to have died by somebody banging a couple of bin lids together. Alright. Bit bizarre. Frankly, that line would be relatively good for summing up the entire game. Avoid it for 2 minutes. Avoid what? Having a headache? Oh my giddy aunt. I really have been banged over the head with something, haven't I? Oh my giddy aunt. Oh, I'm sorry, what am I did again? I wish I'd had the opportunity to see. Yes, I think I've died. Absolutely spiffing. Right then. Yes. Goodness only knows where he was, but never mind. Cause of death, caught by offender. Oh, he's the offender. I thought I was the offender. I'm just offensive. Right then. That makes a little bit more sense. Right, should we try that again? And this time we will go down the left aisle instead of the right one. Yes, this one. This seems to be the better plan. Although, frankly, just sitting down, taking a few painkillers, and having a bath is probably the best advice that I can give you. I have absolutely no idea where he is. I'm just going to sort of run around a lot in the vague hope of getting away from him and not dying. Man alive. This audio is not easy to listen to. It reminds me too much of the audio corruption that this channel has so often been plagued with. Infernal blasted popping noise. I think I'm literally just going to run in the circle for a little while. Get a bit of exercise, get a few steps in, burn a few calories, you know. The sedentary life that I lead is rather important to oh my giddy arm. I can barely see anything. You are weak. My eyes certainly are. I don't think that's under debate. I will take care of you. Well, that's highly kind of you, but I'm quite happy on my own. Oh, well, there we are. I should have known not to trust a man who was so suspiciously dressed. Oh my god, this is genuinely hurting my eyes. But, oh, dear. It's only for 2 minutes, and we'll just keep running around and around and around, like some sort of dog chasing a hare on a racetrack, and see if eventually my 2 minutes are up. Really should have made a note of when the 2 minutes began. That would have been sensible. But presumably the fact that that dialogue came up was maybe a marker to say I'm halfway through. At least that's what I'm going to pretend that it meant, and I'm going to continue to operate under said assumption. Oh, thank goodness for that, my eyes. Okay, right. Now what? Press E on what? It's now 5 in the morning. Isn't that lovely? Giddy, time to get up and go to work. Okay, exit. Should we go through the exit? No, let's just rattle the handles ineffectually. Okay, my giddy aunt. I don't know. I wasn't given another objective, so I don't quite know where to go from here. Let me try going back out the front door. That seemed at least vaguely successful. Hooray! We've got out of the door, and we move extremely slowly, for this game has taken so long that I have developed dreadful arthritis in my legs. Never mind. Either that or maybe my character is just tuckered out after being chased around the supermarket for a while. There really is no way to know. Hello. Get out. How many tall men in a hat does it take to change a light bulb? That's good, because my eyes are getting a little bit tuckered. Oh, I see. He's just got some attachment issues. Fair enough. Alright. I get it. How about we just... You picked your favourite coloured rose. Actually, I didn't. I said it was a different colour, not red or blue. Also, I'm pretty sure that blue roses don't actually exist, but never mind. There's white ones, there's pink ones, there's red ones, and there's maybe black ones. I'm not entirely sure. Red or blue? Red or blue? I don't know. I've never seen The Matrix. I don't know which one to go for. Good to hear some nice music. I don't know. I'm gonna go for blue. A blue suit. I don't know. Let's have this one. Oh, my ear. This is just the one of 3 levels? Seriously? Man alive, it's like 3 individual games. I am impressed. Based on the character Offender Man. Oh. That's nice. Okay, I wish I had the faintest idea what was going on in it. But okay. So, that was the first level, right? That wasn't the whole game. Because it said 2021, so presumably other levels are set in other years, like 22 and 23, for example, given those are the only ones that the calendar has thus far reached. So, it is nice music. I'll give it that. Yes, I'm not quite sure what to think about that. That was... Perhaps if you had a little bit more information about what this Offenderman really is, then, that's alright. I should like to sit and look at the credits, even though these more look like, whatever you call them, attributions or things, in order to use other people's stuff. I should know. I've had to do a fair amount of that myself recently. But, yeah, I mean, it might have been like 3 parts of that game. Like, I don't know, the first part was in like the mansion, and the second part was like in the grounds, and then in that restaurant, and the third part was like out in the street and in the store. But if so, why would you call it 2021 as the first level? I don't know. How about we go back to the main menu screen and we find out, instead of me sitting here yammering on like some sort of incoherent yammerer. Let's just go back. Congratulations, you tried to escape offender, but ended up being crushed. How unfortunate. What? Oh. Alright then. I mean, if you insist. This is most mysterious. Alright, so did I play or not? Maybe the other levels haven't been released yet? Maybe this is like, oh, what's it called? Fears to Fathom. Fears to Fathom. That has like 5 levels, for want of better terminology, but like each game is a different level. Perhaps in later years we will experience the other 2. I do not know, but that was quite interesting. I like the fact that he used a number of different styles instead of just giving you one VHS filter, hello again, and then sticking with that all day. And the way that it sort of changed it up a little bit with the broken camera and then the fresh camera, and then coming out of it for a few minutes between the cameras, and things like that. I think that kept the visual style a little bit less stagnant, as it were. Because if you've got a game that lasts about an hour and you're using one visual style the whole way through, then it might get a little bit dry. So yeah, I feel like to finish what I was saying before, I feel like if you had a little bit more information about who under the sun this is, maybe that would make a bit more sense. I'm not entirely sure what connection he has to roses, but never mind. I don't think we've got any growing in the garden, so I reckon that I will be all right. And if he wishes to claim ownership of any, then he is more than welcome to them, and I shan't be pilfering them. So yeah, I'll keep my eye on this to see if any more levels come along, because I'd be curious to see what else they do with this, where they tell the story of like other individuals that have been kidnapped and tormented by this, or maybe somebody that hears about all of the missing persons and takes it upon themselves to inflict a bit of vigilante justice. I don't know, but we shall see. So yes, I rather enjoyed that. I hope we did as well. So thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and good night.